Hi, my name is Joe, and I'm the head route setter here at Armadillo Boulders, and I'm all by myself in a quiet, empty gym. And while we had a slower schedule, a little bit of time, we wanted to share with you guys a few videos and talk about route setting a little bit. Route setting can seem kind of like a mystery to some people. They're not really sure how we get the holds on the wall, if we have a book or a plan, how we go from a blank wall to having 15 new boulder problems on a wall at the end of the day. So we kind of wanted to take you through that process a little bit and let you know what we think about, what our goals are, and how we go about setting routes for you guys. Route setting is something that we put a lot of thought and intention into. It's really important for us to give you guys new challenges every week to help you progress as climbers, to continue to teach you little lessons that we can offer through good route setting. When we get ready to route set, there's a few things that we take into consideration first before we start putting any holds on the wall. The first thing is, what is the wall angle we're working with today? How we set is going to be different if we're on the overhang of Manana, if we're on four corners and it's a little more vertical to slabby, if we have any cool corners or arêtes to work with. Those are things that we're going to take into consideration. The next thing that we're going to think about for a specific problem is, who is our intended climber for this problem? A lot of times, to help us hone in on where the grade should be, the difficulty, the skill, the lesson we want to teach, we'll think about a specific climber or a specific group of climbers who we want this to be for. It might be for a brand new climber who walks in the door, so it might be an easy, laddery green route. Or it might be something fun and challenging for our youth team, which is going to be difficult but not limited by reach and wingspan. So we try to think about who we want this climb to be for and how we can tailor it to that group. The next thing, after we have a wall angle and an intended climber, is we go back and we pick holds to start putting together a problem. My intended climber for this problem is somebody who is beginner to intermediate level, kind of working their way through the greens and reds in our gym and starting to work on the blues. And our blue circuit here covers about V1 to V3. And my goal for this problem is to introduce some skills that those climbers may not feel real comfortable with yet. I want this problem to involve a lot of body positioning and movement and pushing instead of pulling their way across the wall, as many of our green and red problems allow you to really reach in and pull with good holds. I want to start introducing more delicate, more body tension moves, and some nice slopers. So we know our wall angle, we have our hold selected, and we know who our intended climber is. So a few of the other things we think about before we start putting holds on the wall, one of them is always safety. Climbing is inherently dangerous. We know accidents can happen, but as route setters, we do our best to keep an eye out for potential hazards that you could encounter as climbers that we can mitigate. So if it's relatively safe, we also want it to be very fun. Fun climbs are good climbs. We want everybody to get to the top of the wall with a smile on their face. Or if you don't make it to the top of the wall, we want you excited to get back on and try it again. The other thing we want to incorporate is some kind of teaching element. I mentioned for this climb, I want there to be a lot of balance moves and some pushing off these big slopers. But we want our climbs to teach lessons about climbing movements and how to progress as rock climbers. Bouldering gyms are a great place to learn how to move, learn how to climb, and good route setting can really enhance your progression as a climber. One of the other things we try to consider is fairness. Fairness in the sense that, is this problem about the same difficulty for me as it is for a 12-year-old who doesn't have my wingspan? And this can be tricky because I'm 6'2". Some of our other route setters are quite a bit shorter. So it's something that we work on and we talk about a lot as we set. And it's something that we really think about when we're forerunning. And that's a process we'll talk about in a different video. But to go over it again, we want our problems to be fun, we want them to be safe, we want there to be a teaching component, and sometimes even like an emotional component. And then once we have all those goals and ideas ready to go, we start putting holds on the wall. Thank you for watching this first Armadillo Boulders route setting video. The next one will be kind of a step-by-step view of setting this blue problem. We'll go over putting the holds on the walls, decisions you make along the way, and then forerunning it to kind of dial it in to meet the goals that we laid out for it. If there are other route setting questions or ideas you're interested in learning about, please let us know. We have a little bit of extra time on our hands and are excited to share our knowledge and how we operate this gym with you guys. So please let us know if you've got some questions about route setting, things you've always wondered about.